Hello one and all, and welcome to the Bog Frog Book Pod. As always, I am joined by, uh, Seth, a man, a man who keeps killing people.
They're just some of those people were bad.
How so?
Most of them. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I think most of those people deserved it.
I'm not gonna disagree. I wouldn't feel right disagreeing.
All right, so today on this very special episode of the Bog Frog Book Pod, Wren and I separately watched Brewster McCloud.
Yes.
1970. I believe it's 1970. I don't think it's 71.
Okay. I'm not sure.
1970. The 1970 Robert Altman classic. What is
this a classic?
Altman had a crazy 70s. No, this was like a massive flop when it came out.
Okay.
A notorious flop when it came out.
I was like, there's no fucking way.
But also, like, I have this book, and I'll read a part of it at some point during this episode. I have this book, Robert Altman, an American Innovator, which it was released, I think, in 78. It was released, like, right after his film, 1978. By Leonard Maltin, that's cool. It was released right after A Wedding, which is Robert Altman's 1978 film, which is also his 10th film of the 70s.
Oh.
Dude was pumping them out back then. But by the time this book was written, apparently it had already made its money back.
Wow.
Despite being a massive financial failure in the box office, because people just kept watching it.
Okay.
They just kept, like, finding reasons to go back and see it.
Really?
Or find reasons to be like, what's going on here? What's happening?
I think this kid just likes birds a lot.
Maybe. What's your general thoughts?
I liked it. I liked it.
This is a good fucking movie.
This was a fun movie. I had a great time. I just had a great time with this one.
So, you've never seen any other Altman movie, I don't imagine.
What are other Altman movies?
The other big ones, let me go by popularity on here. The Long Goodbye, Nashville, Three Women, The Player, MASH, the 1970s movie that, not the TV show.
Sure.
The 1980 Popeye film with Robin Williams and Shelly Duvall. And McCabe and Ms.Miller, which is another one of his bigger ones. That's a western.
Oh yeah, nothing.
I wouldn't imagine. There's like slight chances that you might have seen maybe like MASH or Popeye or McCabe and Ms.Miller or some shit, but maybe we'll see another one, but at some point in time, soon-ish.
Oh,
maybe. Brewster McCloud is, for those listening at home who have no idea what the fuck this movie is about, because that's probably most of you. Brewster, the titular Brewster, played by Bud Cort, which I think this came out the same year as this came out 1 year before Harold and Maude. Have you ever seen Harold and Maude?
No.
Okay, Harold and Maude is about Bud Cort being a strange guy, and he gets into this complicated relationship with this like very old woman.
Okay.
Very quirky, very good time. Basically what I'm saying is that Bud Cort just bolts into the 70s and changes quirky white boys forever.
That's good.
Brewster is a weird little freak boy who lives in a fallout shelter inside of the Houston Astrodome.
Oh.
Who Yeah, did you not pick up on that? That's where he lives.
Yes, I did. Sorry, I was thrown off for a second. I thought you were still talking about the other movie.
No. This is Brewster McCloud. Yeah, Brewster lives in the Houston Astrodome, and he dreams. It is currently he dreams of flying, and he's building a flying machine. And all around him, well, at the beginning of the movie, he's working for the worst old man of all time.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And also there are just like a bunch of weird. This movie isn't very plot centric. There's just a lot of things and characters in it.
What a metaphor.
Yeah, it's kind of a metaphor for life. There's Sally Kellerman, who's this weird woman who has taken a liking and a kind of a mentor role to Brewster. She has scars on her back that are not explained, and she's like, "Hey, Brewster, you're a smart boy. I'm gonna help you make that flying machine. I'm gonna steal things so you can make that flying machine. Also, don't have sex or they'll fucking kill you.
Never fuck, Brewster.
Never fuck ever." Brewster kills a few people.
Yes, he does.
He also just happens to be around while other people are dying.
Yeah.
Like that one woman at the beginning whose bird cage falls on her.
Yeah, I thought that was really funny.
So this movie starts with a woman singing the Star Spangled Banner really out of key,
which is really funny.
It is really funny, and then she starts like berating the all black marching band.
Yes.
For playing out of tune, and then returns to singing out of key, and then she fucking dies. She's wearing ruby slippers. She's played by the Wicked Witch of the West from Wizard of Oz, by the way.
Did not pick up on that at all.
Yeah, a little something.
For the gang.
Brewster kills a bunch of people. There's some cops trying to find them. They're silly and funny.
Yeah, I like them. They're good.
Shelly Duvall appears on screen for the first time ever.
What?
Yeah, this is their first film.
What? That's crazy.
There's a few anecdotes about that. It's pretty interesting. She's incredible in this movie. She's so good.
Oh my god, she's the best. This fucking
in like
movie.
Every one of these movies. She works with Altman a shit ton after this. Like a ton. After this she's in McCabe and Ms.Miller the next year. Thieves Like Us in 74, Nashville in 75, Buffalo Bill and the Indians in I think that's 77 or 76. And then Three Women in 1977, which is what gets her the role in The Shining, because Stanley Kubrick sees her in her performance in Three Women. It's like, whoa! And then she's also in Popeye. I believe she might also show up in like The Player or something, but I can't tell you for sure. She kind of just starts doing her Shelley Duvall theater, fairy tale theater after that. But
interesting,
long time Robert Altman collaborator. But yeah, there's not a ton happens in the not a ton plot wise happens in this movie.
Absolutely not.
There's the main reason I wanted specifically you
to
watch this movie,
because you're a rude guy.
I'm a rude guy who really, really wanted Wren to see this professor character who appears throughout the film.
Boy, does he.
I can't remember who the actor is right now. It's René Auberjonois.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he plays the lecturer who kind of just like narrates parts of the film and talks a lot about birds and animals and shit.
Yeah, it's good.
Slowly starts turning into a bird.
That's art, baby.
It is art. This is the most Wren character of all time. This is you.
He is me, and I really liked him. At first, I thought you were talking about the old fucking landlord, and I was like,
no, he's awful.
Yeah, I was like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Because I was like, is this a Jewish joke? Is that what you're trying to do?
No.
And then I thought about it, it's like, okay, he's definitely like just goof with me. It's the fucking bird professor who is me spiritually.
Yeah, that's you. I'm not that mean. I'm not gonna compare you to the lecherous old man who dies.
The lecherous old landlord.
He says this. Who says the N-word a lot. There's
Oh
a
my
lot
God.
of racism.
I was gonna say.
And like not like racism as in like it's definitely the movie's poking fun at racists.
Yeah.
But it's definitely there a lot. A lot of white dudes saying the N-word. A lot of people being mean to people of different anybody who isn't white.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was really doing that.
At the zoo when that guy says that really fucked up Japanese joke.
Yeah, and he's like, "You get it, dude? You get it? What the fuck? Don't you get it, dude?
Why are you laughing, Brewster?" And then he's like, "You see this? You know what this is? This is pot.
This is a marijuana cigarette, and you're gonna go to jail forever."
He's trying to plant marijuana on Brewster.
The Brewster just fucking kills him. We never know how he kills people. I think he's just strong.
Yeah. I think he's just strong. I think they say that. I think he says at one point that he might strangle them.
Well, he's the strangler, right?
Yeah, he's a strangler.
Okay, well, I guess
birds shit on him. Birds shit on the people that Brewster kills,
which I like because he kind of, in that way, becomes a fucking like a bird god in his own miniature way. He crashes and dies at the end.
I think this is one of my favorite endings of any movie.
Yeah, it's really funny.
So, like, you know, we're jumping ahead to the very end here. We'll talk about some of the in-between.
We're going to talk about a ton of the in-betweens, but just to really got me.
The ending where Brewster uses his flying machine, the cops are on their way. He slept with Shelly Duvall, and then admits to being a murderer to her.
Bold move for sure.
Yeah, a bold move. Like his third time. We'll talk about the whole Shelly Duvall thing. She's so good.
I will say that's definitely a losing your virginity move to just like lose it and then be like, here's my life history. And it's like, dude,
here's my darkest secret.
It's like, oh my god, dude, I did not need to know. It's like, but I thought you asked.
You're like, nope, no, thank you. He gets on his flying machine, starts flying around the indoors of the Astrodome, and then just starts failing a little bit and starts flipping the fuck out.
It's good.
He's like freaking out. He can't go anywhere.
No.
He's in the fucking Astrodome. There's nowhere to go. And then he crashes and dies. And then and all of the cast members, so he crashes and dies, and then it pulls back to reveal this massive crowd of people who start clapping. And then an entire circus of all of the cast members, and then starts listing off all of the various cast members and like showing them doing circus acts. And then it's just like, and Bud Cort as Brewster, and then it just goes to him dead on the ground.
It's really good. Fuck,
and then the movie ends. It's so strong.
And the fucking movie ends. God damn it.
So, we should talk about Shelly Duvall, and I want to talk about a little anecdote.
Okay.
So the way that Shelly Duvall ended up getting this role is that she was dating and soon to marry Bernard Sampson, who was a visual artist.
Sure.
And he had a what's it called? Like an exhibition or whatever for all of his artwork, and she was there hanging out, showing people stuff, like introducing it to people. And these two, I think like there are cinematographers or like producers or whatever, show up, and Shelly Duvall thinks that they're like narcs, and like there's a bunch of people being like smoking weed and being really loud, so she's like trying to distract them.
Yeah.
And she's just like talking, and eventually, this kind of gets back to Altman, and Altman meets her, and it's just like, basically like kind of drills her. It's a very strange thing that he does. Here's a quote from his first meeting with Shelley Duvall.
Okay.
Him talking about his first meeting with Shelley Duvall. She had these eyelashes painted on her face, weighed about 4 pounds, and if she had any tits, they were on her back.
What the fuck?
I decided to shoot a test, so I took her out in the park and put a camera on her and just asked her questions. I was really quite mean to her, as I thought she was an actress, but she wasn't kidding. That was her. She was an untrained, truthful person. She was very raw in Brewster, but quite magic.
Huh. What? Huh.
Weird guy.
What a strange man.
Shelly has talked about this experience quite a lot. I mean, she obviously really liked working with Robert Altman. She worked with him quite a bit.
Yeah.
Over the 70s. She says, we had so much fun making Brewster. Tommy used to throw me up in the air and catch me between takes, and no matter what pirate, which is apparently what she called Robert Altman, don't know what the deal is there, asked me to do, and no matter what pirate asked me to do, I could do it. Easy as pie. Acting isn't difficult. I'd never take lessons. You just do it, you know?
What a strange woman.
So Shelley Duvall plays in this movie the Astrodome tour guide.
Yeah.
Who Brewster just kind of goes on a bunch of her tours and then he just sneaks away to his Fallout bunker home.
Yes.
Inside the Astrodome. And they have like their proper meet cute because Brewster's trying to steal her car.
Yeah, he certainly was.
And then he just gets in. She just gets in and is like, "Hey,
trying to steal my car?
Are you trying to steal my car?" And he's like, "No, like this looks exactly like my car. You even have that little statue in the front like me." And he's like, "Oh yeah, it's the Virgin Mary. I don't care if you're trying to steal my car. That's okay. You can just drive me home or whatever."
Oh, it's awesome.
And they just talk. She talks about how she stole this car from a guy that tried to assault her.
Yeah!
Hit him on the head with a fucking wrench and took the car, which is pretty good.
She's a special woman.
She's a very special woman.
I like her.
And she like invites Brewster in.
She wants to certify fuck him, dude.
She wants to fuck him so bad. And Bruce's like, "Oh man, I really gotta get home. My weird, like, guardian angel bird woman mom says I shouldn't have sex with people when she bathes me."
She really... I mean, I also figured that, like, they wanted... That like, she wanted to fuck him a little.
Like, everybody seems to kind of want to fuck Brewster.
Oh my god, wait, we haven't mentioned...
we haven't talked about... so there's a woman... There's another woman other than Sally Kellerman who steals... Okay, what's it? I think Jennifer Salt. Jennifer Salt is the actress. She plays Hope. Character Hope. And she plays this character who steals stuff from her job to help feed Brewster.
Yes.
She really, really likes him. And we'll just kind of watch him do... So we get introduced to her. She was bringing food to him, and Brewster is doing, like, chin-ups, like, pretty poorly.
No, yeah, really bad chin-ups. That's what got me.
And he's like, "Yeah, I'm at 200 something." And she just, like, goes under this blanket.
Starts fucking herself with a hot dog.
Yeah, starts fucking herself with a hot dog and asking him how many chin-ups he's done.
Which got...
He doesn't even have to be there for her to start doing this, by the way.
But
as we find out later.
I know! It's crazy! Fucking herself with a hot dog, dude.
She just goes under a blanket and fucks herself with a hot dog and thinks about Bud Cort.
What I love the most is that Brewster's just like, Okay. And while she's just like, oh, Brewster, while fucking herself with a hot dog, dude. The mustard
like,
scene.
Yeah, she's just like staring at him and like pressing on this mustard dispenser over and over again. It's fucking awesome. It's incredible. I don't know what's going on there, but it's really good. Shelly Duvall really wants to fuck Brewster, and Brewster's like, I gotta go home. I gotta work on my flying machine. I gotta take pictures of birds.
He really does gotta take pictures of birds.
And she's like, I invite you over to do, God knows what, and you just want to leave. And he's like, yeah, but I do have to leave though.
It's really funny. It's really funny.
She just continues to go after him. So apparently, according to this book, the Robert Altman American Innovator book, Bud Cort didn't know how to drive while making this movie, so he would just keep banging up all of the cars in every scene that he was supposed to be driving.
God.
He just kept like running into shit, and this would really fucking piss Altman off.
Which, good bit to be pissing off your director. Yeah.
Good bit to be pissing off your director, and he's just like going back and forth, crashing cars.
Oh shit.
But
fuck.
I love this movie. We haven't even talked. There's a bunch of cops. There's a cop from San Francisco who's coming down to try to catch the Strangler.
Yes.
Who we know is Brewster. There's a nice cop dude who keeps forgetting to call the San Francisco cop by his first name.
Yes.
This movie is just a bunch of stuff going on.
It's a bunch of bits.
I like that this movie doesn't like cops. I like that
Altman
really seems to really hate cops. There's the zoo scene leads into a funeral scene for the cop that he murders,
which is really funny.
And they're like, man, he died in the line of duty, and then the chief is just like, he was on vacation. He was just being an asshole.
So
I really love that dude's son, by the way. The one that the cop, the dead cop, is just like, that's not my son. I refuse to believe that this pasty-faced fuck is my son.
Yeah.
It's just like a kid with a bunch of acne, this really small child, standing there, like, he does not look like he knows what's going on.
I fucking love the other cop who's just like trying desperately to fuck the widow.
He's like, I just really like the widow. It's really good.
The widow's good. The widow's really funny.
She's fucking awesome. Everybody in this movie is really funny. Yeah,
this is just a really killer comedy. It's hard to go wrong with any bits in it. Like, I'll be real.
Reading reviews from the time are really funny because nobody seems to know what to make of this.
Yeah?
They're just like, I guess, I don't know how to recommend this to anyone, and I don't know if I want to recommend this to anyone, but by golly, they sure, did their thing. They were doing that thing, they knew what they were doing. I don't know what the fuck it was, but they were fucking doing it.
Well, by George, I just gotta say, I think this film's going places. I like the idea of someone and
that is kind of, but this is far from at this point Altman had been making movies for a decent amount of time.
Yes,
he'd made a couple in the past. This is his 7th film.
Oh wow, okay.
So Altman starts making movies technically in 1957.
Cool.
He makes the movie Delinquents, which is basically a PSA against juvenile delinquency. Not very good. It has one really strong performance in it.
Yeah, that sounds whack.
That same year, he makes a documentary about James Dean, which I believe was fairly popular. I didn't get much out of it because I don't know anything about James Dean.
Sure.
He did The Long Life of Edward Smalley and Nightmare in Chicago, which are both TV films. I don't remember fucking jack shit about the long lost life of Edward Smalley. But
Nice.
Nightmare in Chicago is a pretty good like crime film
Sure.
about it's just cops investigating a murderer. It is available in like the shittiest quality of all time because it aired like once in 1964 and then never again.
Oh.
So fun. Did Countdown, a space race propaganda film, more or less. Not very good. Then after that is when he started making the good shit, which is That Cold Day in the Park, which is it's kind of like a weird thriller about a woman who takes this stranger off the street and into her home. Very like slow, like psychological thriller type thing. And then he makes MASH, which would turn into that TV show that everybody loves. I don't like the movie MASH very much, but it is wildly successful. It's an incredibly successful film. And then he makes Brewster McCloud. So like he is coming off of a very, very successful movie right after this, or right before this, and then goes on to make some of the like defining cinema of the 70s.
Oh. Huh.
Which maybe you'll see some more of that.
You're saying a lot of things.
Saying a lot of words and things. But something I really appreciate about this, and about a lot of Altman things, this kind of becomes Altman's style, is that it just kind of feels like controlled chaos.
Sure.
Like just so much shit is going on, and somehow it all comes together in some weird way. Like, I don't know, like something about the way this movie ends isn't necessarily like narratively satisfying or whatever.
Yeah, but who cares?
But it's really good.
Yeah, I liked it. I enjoy that the film is just like, it's just kind of going for shit, just having fun with itself. And I think there's a lot of merit in a film that just decides, I want to be having fun and I don't need to be saying anything large about like life, you know?
Yeah, like I think this film's got ideas.
It's got ideas, but it's not
like it's not real. He's just kind of presenting them to you and not really making any like super didactic statement about them. It's just kind of like, here's a bunch of scenes where a bunch of shit happens. You can take whatever from this you want.
And I think that's good.
It's fucking awesome. I love this movie. Rewatching it, I really just couldn't stop smiling.
Yeah,
I was just grinning to myself and laughing after the movie ended.
It's pretty killer. That rocks.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, movies.
Yeah, movies. You have anything to say? Anything like particular you want to call out?
Particular. I mean, I fucked with how many birds were in this movie, dude.
Yeah, I figured you would.
Yeah, it was good. I like
a lot of bird content.
I liked when he got his stupid fucking bird photos and was like, whoa, look at this. These photos are sick. And then the guy's like, whatever, just fucking pay me. He's like, okay, charge it. And then he's just in the car, like, drawing them to, like, line out the feathers. I'm like, that seems excessive.
Yeah, it seems a little he's just, like, talking about these bird photos to Shelly Duvall, who's like, I don't really care.
No, she does not.
She doesn't give a shit. She just really wants to have sex with him.
Which rocks. I love a woman who knows what she's about.
I also like that she's like super down to have sex with Brewster McCloud, and then when her ex-boyfriend comes back, she's like, I don't know, we're not married.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
a weird thing going on there.
Yeah, I don't know what to do about that.
So, what an actor. What a fucking actor.
She's my good friend.
She's fucking incredible. I love this movie. I love Altman. I love his vibe. I love so many things. I love so many of his movies, and I love this one quite a lot. This is like up there for me.
And it's entirely
in terms of what I've seen.
It's entirely possible I'll be exposed to more Altman very soon.
It's entirely possible. I think there are like quite a few of his movies that I could recommend to you. I think you would get a lot out of them.
I mean, I got a lot of this. I thought it was a really strong time.
But yeah, is anything else that you want to say?
No, not really. Had a good time.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think I'm good for now. Watch the movie. It's hard to talk about a little bit, but like, oh goddamn, what a film! What a picture!
What a picture!
Oh. What a picture! All right, follow us on Bog Frog Book Pod on Blue Sky or Bog Frog Pod or whatever the fuck it is. Listen to our sister show, Covered in Worms, which we'll be having by the time this comes out. I imagine the Q&A special will be out, but who knows? Go and follow us on Twitter at BogFrogPod. Go follow us on, wherever. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Please review us on Spotify or Apple or whatever podcasting platform you may use. And I don't know, catch you on the flip side.
Yeah, all that.
Why?
Bye, guys.